kitchen was always my playground. So growing up, while my grandmother is cooking, I'd be there pretend cooking as well. And my cousins and I would literally hang out in the kitchen the whole day. I was practically born into it. My family owns the Barrio Fiesta group of companies, which started 80 years back. So I was born into the food business, and that's it. I bring food. Aside from the kitchen, my dad would always bring us with him to work, and the restaurant itself was my playground. So I'd be pretending to be the cashier. I'd be waiting on tables at 6 years old. It was all fun and games for me, not realizing that I was gearing towards this business. I went to Assumption College. For my college, I took international business. So after graduating, I realized that I wanted to be a chef. So I opted to go to Culinary Institute of America in Napa Valley for my further studies. And there, so when I was there, it honed me into becoming a chef. After I went to school, when I got back here in the Philippines, the original plan was to work for my family. But then my dad was a very strict boss. So I'd rather be my own boss. So what I did was I took a leap of faith, went on my own. So I didn't have cash then, but I had a credit card, which I wiped out buying my refrigerator, my tables, my chairs, etc. I put up a small hole-in-a-wall restaurant in Quezon City. I had like 20 seats. It was a very small restaurant. I called it World Tops, so it became quite famous in the area. And from there, here I am. Being in this business wasn't really because I wanted to earn. It was really because it's my passion. Every time like I think of a concept, I just wanted to see it become real. So it's not really, because I wanted to earn money, right? But it's just something that I enjoy doing. So even my 12 restaurants, they are different concepts. They're not just one. Because to me, it's really the conceptualizing, the creating, make me happy. So I guess that's the businesswoman aspect in me. Because I'm a chef, it makes my creativity easier because not only do I apply whatever concept I have into the kitchen, but it just blends in perfectly into what I'm doing. I'm just really very happy creating concepts. I mean, more than managing, I'm happy conceptualizing. So I'm just also very lucky that I have a good team behind me. My staff are amazing. I mean, they stay up late with me. If I'm passionate about my work, they're also passionate. Since my first restaurant, from years back, my head chef, my manager, waiters are still with me until now. That's the reason also why I'm here and I'm able to even think further because of them. I owe it to my employees. Being a businesswoman and a chef coexist with each other because I think I'm a very creative person. So that is the businesswoman in me. And I'm also a very matakaw person. So that is the chef in me. Well, the beauty about it is because I love to conceptualize and I love to create, then when it comes to food being my passion, it just blends perfectly together. So I guess the business that I'm in right now is just really what I love. It's what makes me happy. My dad, being a businessman, he wasn't a chef, but he was an amazing businessman. So he was really the one who influenced me into becoming a businesswoman. I loved food. Not only do I like to cook, but I love to eat what I cook. Basically, that's also the reason why I opted to take up culinary. I'm a one-woman show with very hardworking, loyal staff. Meaning, I do the conceptualization of the restaurant, and then I do the conceptualization of the menu. I do the training. I train my staff. I train my chefs. That's also, I guess, the reason why for now I only have 12 branches. I mean, I've been in the industry for more than 10, 15 years on my own. I could be having more branches already, but because I am a one-woman show and I do it all by myself with the help of my very loyal staff, I just take my time into growing my business. I love cooking for my family because they're so real. I mean, they would tell me if the food is good or if it's not good. So, especially my husband, he's like my worst critic, but it's okay. I gotta love him still, though, right? I would say it's my family, my kids who all love to eat. The best part of being a chef is when you see the people you feed very happy, and the worst part is when you see them unhappy. My favorite part about cooking would be eating because I love to eat what I cook. If the restaurant is my main business, I would say that private dining is my passion business. It's something that I like doing for myself and for others as well.
Well, Happy, of course, I grew up eating her family's food. So again, it's like comfort food. I admire Happy so much because she's putting out all these extravagant, beautiful spreads, and yet she looks like a model. So poised and so perfectly elegant, but she does really awesome spreads, really beautiful to look at.
I love to entertain at home. It's my passion. I grew up with my mom who also loved to entertain. I also love doing tablescapes and flower arrangement. I collect plates. So it's the type like when I travel, girls would buy shoes, bags, and clothes. My luggage would be filled with plates and glasses and, cubiertos and etc. So that's me. I would entertain a lot at home and cook. Whenever I travel, I make it a point to take cooking lessons in wherever country I'm in. And at the same time, I shop for their plateware, their serving wares, because not only do I want to learn the food, but I want to bring in the culture back home with me. So when I entertain, I cook the cuisine and I also serve it the way it is being served abroad. So I love doing that, and a lot of my friends would always say, why don't you do it, for business, or do it for us, or charge us and, just cook for us. So eventually I realized that I was spending quite a lot with my plates. So I said, okay, why not? So at least I won't feel so guilty shopping for my plates. The beauty about it is I think I'm the first caterer who would use my own collection of plateware, of dinnerware, present it as if it were my party. When I do a party for a client, it's very bespoke. I make them choose the plates. I make them choose like what spoon or fork, what kind of flowers to use, and I put it all together. I always feel as if it's my own party. So it's fun for me. This business is more like my stress reliever. My love for hosting comes from my family because my dad was just an amazing, not only host but he would whenever our friends from school, they all loved hanging out at our place because we just had food all the time. And it's not just food. It's food. It's something that I got growing up in that household. So it's the same here. I would be home without invited guests, but my friends would just pop up and say, Happy, can we have dinner or breakfast here? Because they know that I always have food in my kitchen. So it's my house is practically open. I welcome my friends anytime and I never run out of food. Food is the soul when it comes to entertaining. So you have to have good food. That's it. Comfort food. And I guess like for me, that's really my forte. I'm not a sophisticated chef. My forte would be the traditional comfort food that people would always come back to. The recipe for a good party would be good company, good friends. I have so much plans. I actually have a small book where I write all my dreams and slowly I try to achieve each. I got a house and I'm converting it into my dining room. Instead of me going to their house, I have my own open kitchen and a private dining room to entertain. So that's one. The next is I'm gonna get into manufacturing. I'm a mom of 4 boys. I just gave birth. I love processed food. But then it is not allowed in my house. So I'm not allowed to feed my kids anything from the can. Everything has to be made from scratch. I was able to experiment on healthy dishes, so that's my next project also. It's called Mom Made. So these are ready to cook healthy dishes for very busy moms like me who have a lot of kids. Aside from that, I have other restaurant concepts that, I just want to do in the future.